So it's Friday interview time. We're catching up with George Elokobi on after what's been a whirlwind week. I remember standing here 7 days ago and we were looking ahead to this massive game that was happening. I mean, how do you sum up the last 7 days, if you can?
Historic for our football club, historic for our players. What I admire so much about our players is their mentality, how they've just taken everything onto their strides, and they've executed the last 7 days, like you said, brilliantly, and I really respect them for that.
This week also coincides with your first since you're offered the caretaker manager's position. So again, what a way to mark that 1 year with what's been, as you say, just the most historic week in this club's history.
Listen, it's about looking back and reflecting and see how far we've all come as a football club, the togetherness that's been shown, but more so is to see how resilient I've been in that process, and like I said, trust the process, making sure, I put my own stamp into things here at Maidstone United Football Club, and it's good to see the structure we got now behind the football club in terms of the playing staff and the support staff behind me, and working in close collaboration with our owners and the management team, which is important. But there's been better times to be part of Maidstone United Football Club.
Now, I spoke to you after the draw on Monday. You were very pleased with the draw. As you say, it's a club that's in the top two in the Championship. Great facilities, great ground. Great occasion it's going to be. And then we get the icing on the cake, the cherry on the cake, yesterday at 5:30 when it's announced that BBC One will be showing that match. I mean, what a showcase that is for you, for your management team, and for your players.
Really brilliant first. You spoke about the draw. I said it straight away. It's a fantastic draw for us. Ipswich is a club that's on the up. It's got a beautiful history behind them. It's a huge club, great following, and to be paired with them, and for our players and our football club and our community to go to Portman Road and try to showcase what Maidstone United is all about. It's a privilege in itself, and the icing on the cake, obviously we all heard when the news was broke out yesterday that our game is going to be aired out by one of the biggest channels in the world, BBC, and it's on prime time. That shows you the magnitude of the result that our players got for us and what we've done as a football club, and it's going to be a fantastic occasion for Maidstone United Football Club. Everyone connected to us, our owners, our players, their families, our community, and my support staff, all those who have been working tirelessly behind the scenes. Mr. Ian Tucker deserves a rest, to be honest, in terms of us not hosting a team. Now we're going to be going away at a championship club who are flying high, broadcasted to the world by BBC. So it's a privileged moment, which we are very humble and excited at the same time to be part of history, because it's history for us, Maidstone United Football Club. And again, it shows this is a win-win situation for our football club, so, and the community. And I'm sure when those tickets are announced, when they're going to be out for fans to purchase them, I'm sure they're going to sell really fast.
Quick thing back to last week as well. Lovely for you to have Mick McCarthy down to support you. How did that come about?
That came about when I reached out to him, and I told him we've obviously beaten Barrow, and he said, listen, if I'm free, I'd love to be a part of. I told him it was the biggest game of my career, and I would love him to be a part of that, because he gave me a good platform in my life, and playing in the top flight, he gave me that platform as a manager, supported me through that, but not just that through those periods, but also being in touch ever since I left Wolverhampton Wanderers, kind of like a mentor and a friend at the same time. So we had a good relationship in terms of checking in on each other in terms of how things are going. The club is managed. We've had conversations, and then when I embarked on managing, I reached out as well, and he's been a supportive hand behind closed door, a good mentor, and you can relate stuff with him, and we try and find solutions. However, and he said it was an honor. I don't think it's happened to him plenty of times before, where his former player has invited him to such a a big game like we had against Stevenage here at the Gallagher, but also it was a chance for him to come here and see where Maidstone United Football Club is and how our community gets together and rally behind myself and the squad of players we got here. And it was a great occasion which he thoroughly enjoyed it, and he's so grateful to myself and the club for all the hospitality we've shown him.
Yeah, it's a great occasion. Great that he was here to support you on that. Well, let's put the FA Cup to one side, because I know you like to take one game at a time. And before we get to Ipswich, there's 3 important league games. The first of those tomorrow against Havant and Waterlooville. We played them not in the not too distant past. Changes, of course, have happened at the club since that time, so I guess you can't rely too much on what happened back in November. This is probably a clean slate to look at tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. We have to look at the game we played against them as a reference point, but it wasn't too much difference in that game. It was quite a close game, and they've had changes since then, and they've been brilliant. And we have to be on our A game if we are to get anything out of the game tomorrow. Havant has always been a tough place to go and get a result in the first place, so it's not going to be any different tomorrow. Like you said, the league is our bread and butter, and we want to try and try to acquire maximum point if we can. If not, try to acquire minimum point, which is 1 point. But again, we know it's a tough place to go, and our preparations has been good after the game against Dartford. And tomorrow we're gonna choose from a squad, and we'll see where that takes us after the 96 minutes.
George, we thank you for your time as always. Best of luck tomorrow, and we'll catch up with you again after the game.
Thank you very much.